are so many games that are coming up. Not just Final Fantasy V Career Day, but we have... Yes, sorry. Go on, Zep.
Apologies. I believe we have some sort of technical misunderstandings going on right here.
Oh dear.
Go ahead.
Can people actually hear us right now? Because it's disabled on the host dashboard. No, we are in the run. Oh, the transition has happened. Yes,
Go ahead.
we have already messed up the first run in the marathon. Perfect.
No,
now
it's okay.
people don't have fear anymore to just, being themselves and having fun.
Exactly. If we mess it up the first time, that means that there'll be no other errors for the rest of the Bingothon.
I won't be making fun, because
Exactly.
tomorrow I'll be on the tech side, so...
Oh, no, you'll be fine. It'll be great.
I hope.
Okay.
I'm a senior tech at another organization. If I mess up, it's very funny.
It's perfectly fine. But I think it is time now for a formal introduction to this very first run of Bingothon. So please go ahead.
Everyone, welcome to Winter Bingothon. We are going to be playing a Blackout Bingo of Final Fantasy V Career Day with Rom-Steïn and I believe Felfarin is our commentator. Yes?
Yes.
Yes. So again, guys, if everyone's ready and everyone has their little windows open, everyone has their hands on their controllers, I will count you guys in. All right. In 5, 4, 3, 2, go.
Oh, you mean actually go?
Or that. I don't know. That works too. I never remember if I actually get to say that or not, but I always try.
Alright, so, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, actually go. So, I have the honor of opening a Bingothon Marathon again, which I already did once with a Blackout Bingo of FF5 Career Day, which is a randomizer for the SNES version of Final Fantasy V. Except this time it's not just a normal bingo, and let me actually reveal the board on my end, because I'm not knowing what I have to do. Alright, this time it's Boss Hunt. So it's another type of bingo run I did in the past in Bingothon. I believe it was in Winter 2023, last year. So the goal here, it's Blackout, so we need to clear the entire board. But it's not just any type of goal, it's Boss Hunt. So there are only boss type goals. It's only find this boss and defeat it. Alright, it's pretty easy, right?
You would think so.
Yeah. So, in order to not be bothered by reading the randomizer seed logic, progression, etc., we have all key items at the start. It's open world, we have access to all bosses' locations. So we can gather loot, get experience, and boss hunt. Though, due to the way... Oh yes! Oh, that's my favorite job to start with.
Mystic Knight is a great one.
Yep. Due to having all key items at the start, I'm free to loot wherever there is high tier looting, because there is item tiers in this randomizer. So I'm going to Moogle Village first. If I actually remember which tile is the village.
You did better there than I did. So yeah, with all the great item locations available from the start, you're gonna go around, pick up what you can, get yourself set up for that first clean sweep.
However, due to the way the randomizer works about bosses... Oh, nice chemist.
Chemist too, wow.
The bosses retain their original levels for level manipulation matters, but their stats are scaled according to the boss locations, contrary to some other randomizers like Worlds Collide, where the bosses are scaled in function of your party's average level.
So in this case, if Califisteri shows up at, say, Wing Raptor spot, she's not going to have all that extra health or all that extra damage.
The health is tied to the boss location, so it's going to be 250 HP on Wing Raptor spot. so it's going to be an easy spot for Call of History. But if Bahamut shows on Twintania's spot at the top of the void, you're in for a bad time. That also means we, at the beginning, when we are level 1, we kinda have to do all the 3 first locations in the vanilla order in order to get proper experience and not getting wiped by higher tier locations. Yeah, obviously we're getting the 12 Kuza items.
I mean, you have all 4 tablets, no reason not to.
Yeah, and we're getting some good loots. Assassin Dagger is really good early. It's a source of insta-kill, and in Boss Hunt, you can guess the abilities to insta-kill are very important.
A couple of Dragon Fangs here already. Chemist looking good.
We do have the Chemist. It's funny because in practice for this run, I never got the Chemist early, so I never actually practiced the mixing strats. I don't even have my notes open with the mixes, so it's going to it's going to be all by memory. Oh yes, Apollo Harp, please give me. Wonderful weapon that is used in the Pixel Remaster 80% speedrun. Apollo Harp does 8 times damage from the back row to dragon and undead types enemies.
Alright, so as you'd expect, the opening of this is going to be, you know, a little predictable. Go around to the major hotspots, find the places with lots of items. And there's a 20% overflow for chests.
Yeah. So I'm going to go in Wall 3 because I have access to the ribbon spot here. Saying, nice. Okay, back to World 1, looting a little in World 1. We have the usual opening with Tool, it has the Beginner's House, the Parrot Skull, etc. We'll see a little. So, I said earlier, there are item tiers, and all chests in the game have also a location tier. So you can expect to get low level equipment on low level spots, but also good equipment in later hard to reach spots. Nice holy. We have a overflow setting. Here I have 20% chance to overflow up to 4 levels, as you mentioned earlier.
So a chest that wouldn't normally be good could actually have something very nice.
Up to 4 levels. So low level chests will still have low. You can get very high level equipment there. Like you cannot find the summoner in the Parrot Cove, for instance. Before I check the chest, like before I get a monster in box, my plan will be you get the chemist, so you learn mix. You all stay with this. Faris is the fastest, so she gets the Assassin Dagger and the Dark Suit. Arts will pick up the Enhancer, another Dark Suit. Wait, oh, I have an Aegis Shield already.
Yep.
I do. Nice. I also got the Mimic in Koza. Mimic and Freelancer are useless at the beginning because they have no stats. Their stats are scaled from the jobs you mastered. So we're going to master some jobs before turning into a Mimic. Nice Brave Blade that we cannot equip. The best sword the Mystic Knight can equip is the Enhancer, which we got. The best weapon it can equip is the Chicken Knife, if you have a way to go past the runaway proc.
Something like dance, aim, X attack.
I don't... Aim actually does not get rid of it.
Oh, aim doesn't.
It's Mug. Mug from the Thief, X-Fight from the Hunter. Okay, there are items I want to find for mixing purposes, like Antidotes and Revivifies. Time Mage, absolutely. Once I just get mixed, Lena is going to turn into a White Mage, Time Mage. Okay, 2 more items to loot here and then we are off. We can probably take on the first spot without problem. We have an Assassin Dagger, so we can use insta-death kills. Like, there are many ways to insta-kill in this game. There are non-heavy monsters. It's like killing one hit with some abilities. There is vulnerability to death, like the death element. That's what you call Doom. You can petrify as well. And there's a 4th one, which is...
Would that be Time Mage's banishing effect?
No, X-Zone is for non-heavy monsters, so that's the first way.
Okay.
The last way is level manipulation. Because if you can manipulate your enemy's level to be a multiple of 5 with a blue mage, you can just say level 5 Doom. You are level 5, you are dead. That's what we call death by math. Oh, well.
Well.
So, we also shuffle Neo-Exdeath's spot. And Neo-Exdeath is thankfully replaced by a free goblin fight, so we get that first fight. Okay. It's not on the list though. Oh, it's actually on the list. Never mind.
For the goblins, yes it is.
Yeah, because normally I give myself 1 minute to read the goals before starting, but this time we actually started before I revealed the board.
To my remembrance, there's about just shy, I think, of 50 bosses in the game. Or just about 50. So of the 25 that you have to hunt, you're basically hunting half the game.
Ninja, that's another good job. Deathclaw, we don't have the Blue Mage sadly. Oh, if you get the Blue Mage early, you are definitely going to learn some Blue Magic. Like, you learn level 5 Doom from the library, and you learn Dark Shock to divide levels by.
I mean, chat's noticing.
Hmm?
Ninja plus Mystic Knight, 2 swings of that magically infused attack. Yeah, does some wonders in play.
It's not the most powerful combo you can do with Spellblade. X-Fight is better than Dual Wield, but you can combine all 3. Because if you master the ninja, your freelancer will have dual wielding without needing to equip the ability, so you can equip X-Fight and Spellblade on your freelancer. I don't have Mute Blade. So one character is likely to die here. At the beginning we're killing the bosses even if they're not required because we need the XP. And later in the game, killing or skipping the boss depends on is the boss easy to kill or not. Because if you can insta-kill the boss, it's faster than resetting the game. Short. If we can summon, we can now petrify enemies as well. That's the second insta-kill type. We cannot summon, I think. Short requires summon 3 at least. By the way, what's your favorite job in this game?
I mean, I would probably say if we're looking for the, the ones that are considered effective. For
No, your
runs,
favorite...
Mystic Knight would be one of the top ones.
I
I
would,
have a soft spot for the Geomancer, admittedly, but I can hear the boos already.
Well, in this game, mine is the Mystic Knight as well. Close second is the Dancer. Though my all-time favorite is actually the Dragoon, which only see effectiveness in FF3 Pixel Remaster. Alright, I'm also checking if the previous boss was required or not. I don't think it is, but
No,
checking.
No Gregs are on the board, actually.
No Gilgamesh?
Which, given that there's 4 of them, that's surprising.
Wow, that's rare.
Siren Spot, what have you?
Reclo. We don't have Bolt Sword. Reclo is also not heavy. Reclo is heavy, but you can insta-kill it with a Doom effect. So Assassin Dagger can proc, doesn't, we just kill it by HP. Reclo is not on the board.
Pyramid Page.
Okay, I'm going to skip Northern Mountain in World 1 because we can just combine it with the World 3 check, the Bahamut spot. Looking for some items. Maybe I can get the Antidotes and Revivifies, those are very powerful. Swords. Yeah, we have enough money so I can buy some spells. I should be good on actual equipment.
Maybe we should discuss, maybe just for a moment, some of the things that you're really looking for. Maybe just in general, not specifically for Mystic Knight. Things like haste spells are great, but maybe Hermes Sandals if you can find them.
Well, obviously you are looking for abilities that you can use with your characters. So if you have magical jobs, you want spells of that mage. Like I'm looking for time spells because I have the time mage. Insta-kill abilities are something we actively look for, obviously. Do you have mix? You don't have mix yet. We are looking for powerful abilities like blue or mix. They are very busted. The only one I'm not looking for is Guild Toss, because I don't like to use Guild Toss, especially when you actually need a lot of money in this run to buy whatever you think you will need. And aside from insta-kills, maybe good weapons, like not necessarily swords, because swords require a knight if it's above the enhancer, but like enhancer is a good weapon. The chicken knife is a super weapon, like best knife in the game, can be equipped by all jobs, and if you have a way to bypass the runaway proc, it's just the best weapon in the game. And since it's a knife, it also cuts the evade of your enemy by 2, so you can actually hit more. Oh, audience. Fortunately, it's a low HP spot, and the HP is divided by 4, because there are 4 targets, so I can instantly kill all of them. Yeah, it's a 1. Except with Kaluf. And I believe Guardians are required. No, they aren't.
So, what do you weigh against when there's like a boss, such as top of Wall's Tower here, where there's all these crystals behind it? Is it just a matter of, I still am looking for things, so this is a great place to go to get a whole bunch of items, even if I don't need the boss? Or
nah,
if you see it and you're thinking, maybe?
It's a low tier location, so when you're doing it, you just check the boss. And you generally don't skip it because it's so low HP. You can just do the boss. I don't want to use my cabins now. We are trying to route some boss locations so we can do multiple ones in a row very easily. You check more bosses faster. Oh, this one's required. And I don't think I can one-hit KO Gogo, so I will avoid hitting Gogo, because he will counter very aggressively, so it's like... it's a 2-minute intermission! So if the hosts have anything to say, they are welcome to do so while we are waiting for Gogo to teach us the way of the mimic, which is mimicking him. And since he's doing nothing, we are going to do nothing because he's doing nothing, and we're copying him doing nothing. So yeah, we're doing nothing.
Hello, yeah, while you're doing nothing, thanks for throwing the ball over to us. So we currently appear to have a tiny bit of technical issues, in case chat has not yet figured that out. We are currently trying to get the donation function running again. It hopefully will not take too long. So if you had already been waiting there, ready with your PayPal account or your credit card or whatever, I think we only accept PayPal, but when you're already ready to give some money to a good cause and it hasn't worked just yet, please don't go away. We will have fixed it as soon as possible. We are aware of it, and we'll make sure that your donation can go for a good cause.
So if I remember correctly, it's the Fred Hutch Cancer Center, right?
Yes, it is. We are raising money for Fred Hutch, who does a lot of amazing life-saving research in the medical field. And I can do the whole plug if you'd like to. And Bingothon has actually raised money for Fred Hutch for many, many times. We've raised over $15,000 for Fred Hutch in the past 4 years. And that money has gone towards unlocking how cancers and infectious diseases start and spread, and at harnessing the immune system to fight disease, and working to make more treatable and more equitable treatment for more people. So hopefully we'll be able to get all of that technical stuff sorted as soon as possible. We appreciate your patience in this. Obviously, this is not something that we wanted to happen, but we have a very capable technical team and very capable leaders of our organization, Pika, Floha, and I am sure this will be fixed as soon as they possibly can. So keep your credit cards in your hot little hands. We'll get this fixed soon, I hope.
Thank you.
And with that, thank you very much.
Yeah, so that was...
Gogo has decided to send himself on his way.
Yeah, that's perfect timing. So the thing with Gogo is you get a lot of ability points in order to learn your job's abilities, so that's good. I don't need a chemist anymore, so I have a choice. Do I go Time Mage or do I go Bard? Because we do have the Apollo Harp. I think we're going Time Mage first and then maybe Bard. Bard is quick to master afterward.
And you do already have the Sing ability, so it's not like you're losing out on it.
Yeah, I'm only losing on the ability to equip the Apollo Harp. Apollo Harp is very powerful. Mystic Knight is almost mastered, we only have 1 level left. So we could potentially go with the Ninja afterward. Ninja being able to equip 2 daggers instead of 1. But cannot equip swords, so the Enhancer is going to be lost. I need to find good daggers in shops. Oh, the funny boss! So, the Sergeant, Iron Claw, is actually weak to all types of insta-kills. And if you want to use level 5 Doom, do you know which level Sergeant actually is?
Offhand, I don't remember now.
It's level 0. So literally all level spells work on him, because 0 is a multiple of everything, because everything multiplied by 0 is 0.
Ah, so that's how they did it before the game. I've actually never tried using him on him. Not before the transformation, at least.
After the transformation, his level actually changed. He goes from level 0 to level 39. Okay, Faris, you have a Assassin Dagger. Why Assassin Dagger is not proccing Doom?
Something I suppose should be mentioned is bosses in this game, their levels follow them to their spots. It doesn't change based on location,
Yup.
like it might in other games.
Yeah,
Since,
it's an
that would mess with the
intentional.
math.
It's an intentional thing, so that we can keep using the death by map strats wherever the boss is. There are funny ones. The most known one, I think, is Exef at his castle, who is level 66. So you know you can do level 2 old, which means old will proc, so Exef's level will decrease over time, and with one tick, he's at level 65, and 65 is a multiple of 5. Alright, we are going to the steamship. So, do you know why I go there?
Well, there are a number of chests here, and then it leads into the fire crystal afterward.
Yeah, so the chests in the steamship are not really great in themselves. I'm just picking them up because I need money in case I find good daggers in shops for the ninjas. But after the steamship, it's mandatory to do Karnak Castle Escape, which has very, very high tier chests and 3 monster in a boxes. Monster in a box chests have even higher tier songs. That's a nice requiem here. Unexpected, actually. A requiem is a song that deals AoE damage to undead enemies, so if we find the triplets, they are dead. They are already dead, but they are even more dead.
Especially because they can revive themselves. Something that hits all of them at the same time is wonderful.
Yeah, so they are not heavy, so Odin also works. They can also be petrified. So if you have Breakblade and X-Fight, you have a pretty good chance to petrify them all in the same turn.
Now I know the magic lamp is often favored for like the end game in Final Fantasy V, but I imagine it's shuffled in with everything else.
Yep, it's shuffled among all the items. You can find it in shop, you can find it in chests. It's great, because if you play normally with Neo X-Death at the end, you can one-shot the back part of Neo X-Death with Magic Lamp Odin. Here, Neo X-Death is removed and replaced by the Free Goblin fight we saw earlier, so it's just an emergency button. Like, it's just like Guildtoss. You have an emergency button in case there is an annoying boss, so Magic Lamp throws Bahamut, Levia, then Odin, then Sildra. But otherwise, it doesn't see much play here.
Tinkerbell. Interesting find. If I recall, you can only normally get it off of Twintania. And something I've recently learned is the first bell that you ever get, plus I think the Tinkerbell as well, are capable of hitting omniscient without causing a reset, since it counts as magic damage. Oh. No, unfortunately, Catastrophe, you're not the one we're looking for.
So Float does a funny thing with Catastrophe. Since he wants to use Earthshaker or Quake, he will always check that you are not using Float, and if you do, he will do Gravity 100, which means, if you use Float at every turn, you can stun lock him.
And now we are looking at the timer. 10 minutes, if I recall, to run through the castle and grab everything you can. Ooh, someone. So if you've done this before, you're pretty familiar, or at least seen it before. 10 minutes, gotta run through, avoid some obstacles. Monsters in the box have been swapped around. And as Rom had said, the loot is gonna be pretty darn good here. Or at least it should be. Sure, Ron will be with us here in just a sec.
Hello, everyone. Our amazing technical staff and fearless leaders have gotten a donation link working again. Thank you so much for your patience, and we hope now that if you would like to donate, will now be able to do so through the donate command in our Twitch chat, or hopefully in the donate button below the stream. So we'd love to see some donations come in, and I believe that the current advice for incentives is to put them in your comment, and we will be able to manually add them for the time being. I believe that is what we are currently doing. So thank everyone so much for your patience, and please begin the donations.
Bye, I had some interruption, unfortunately. So it's good news that the donation links are working again. Thank you very much for fixing it in tech.
Now, I know in the game normally, these two chests at the end of the tower, the castle walk, end up being very good items. Now, I recall that being the case. Now, are they a higher tier than the other ones in the Karnak Castle escape?
Not necessarily, so it's just a general tier for the entirety of Karnak Castle, but the 3 monster in the box chests have higher tiers because they are trapped. But generally during races people skip the 2 towers, but I like to do them still.
So, I'm not sure if it randomly pulls a bot or enemies from the surrounding area for the monster in the box here or not, or if it's always the sorcerer Karnax. I know there can occasionally be the Gigas.
Yeah, so Gigas is actually a little stronger, but it's a single target, so the fight takes less time. He also drops a giant potion, which if used with the drink command doubles your max HP for the fight.
Arculators. But not what we're looking for, sadly.
It's also a long boss. You can do funny things if you have non-heavy insta-kills, because his phase 2 and 4 are non-heavy.
Down there. What life force? The crystals.
Also, I need to defeat the boss anyway if I want to keep the loot. Which was good loot. We got running shoes.
Ooh.
I remember we also got the summoner on the way, which is pretty good. So we could use shots with the petrification. And mastering the mastering the summoner also gives the highest possible magic stat for the freelancer and mimic.
Now the caster classes can be quite strong, but since they need their spells to be any good, it's sort of a gamble oftentimes if you don't find something good early on.
Okay, once you beat the Kana Castle spot, as you saw I had a third shop in the weapon and armor shop. You also have the fire rod barrel here. Now, where should I actually go? I think I want to do some shops in order to get spells and weapons, especially if I want to use the ninja. I need some good daggers.
World 2 does have a, in the castles anyway, there's often a collection of shops all clustered together like this. It makes it easy to just check them all quickly.
So we have a berserker. So we got a berserker and I'm not going to use it for the rune axe. Oh nice, wizard rod. Perfect to prepare for the summoner. Wizard rod boosts fire, ice, bolt, and wind, fire and earth elements, which you can all exploit with the black mage or the summoner. The only two elements it doesn't boost is water and holy, so it doesn't boost holy for the white mage. You need to use the sage staff for that, and it doesn't boost levia for the summoner. There's actually no way to boost water element in this game unless you have the chemist. Flame ring is nice to get.
For those familiar with the chemist, it gets some of the best things available, provided you have the items to mix.
Have we found the blessed branch yet? We have all key items at the start, Fritz. It's boss hunt, so we are just hunting for shops and bosses. I have access to all spots already.
So there will be basically duplicate key items picked up, but they are already in his possession, so easy enough to run around and just, if he wants to, go through Seymour Forest if you, if you truly decide to do that quickly.
Okay.
Although that will probably be down the road.
So I'm going to show you something very funny. So, we have a berserker. He will keep attacking. We have a bow, which can hit from the back row. Oh, ooh, nice. I don't think I can manipulate my level to learn new spells though. So we have the infamous Berserker, who can do critical damage from the back row. Nice.
I used to think it was sort of a meme until I saw it in action. It's actually rather effective.
Yeah, so we got an Artemis bow. We generally want to do it with a Yoshi bow because it has a higher crit rate, but it works.
Hello, everyone. Since we have gotten our donation issues worked out for the time being, we have a donation to announce, or some donations to announce. Zet, my co-host, has donated $1, and he has said, "Hello, Bingothon! This is a testing donation, but it's still a real donation." This donation goes towards Super Mario 64 Randomizer, and he would like to randomize the colors and the audio, just to keep things interesting.
Thank you for reading out my donation, and if I may return the favor, we also have so far the highest donation of this marathon, a $10 donation from my lovely co-host Ariel Fabulous, saying first. Indeed, currently it is the first donation listed because of the high amount. Please, everybody, do make use of the current backup donation tracker link. All the donations will go to Fred Hutch. They're just as good of a cause. All the trouble is just on our end because we have to figure out how to put them together once we fix the tracker, that we actually have the Bluey costume in the end, because that's the most important goal of this marathon, getting the 4K for the Bluey.
Yes, that is the most important
Why?
donation goal.
Okay, why do I have this bug? Why do I have this bug? That's a problem.
So as you viewers may expect, it's a little odd that he walked into a meteor but didn't find the boss where he was expecting it. Randomizers will randomize, but they will also sometimes cheat expectations.
Assassin Dagger, please? Thank you. Yeah, AU plant is not heavy and is also susceptible to death, so Assassin Dagger works wonder on it. Maybe I can test the Karnak Meteor again.
If not, maybe swapping to World 2 or 3 and then coming back, perhaps?
Maybe.
Came from World 2 beforehand, so maybe it's similar to...
Are they here? No.
Well, you
So
did this one.
the issue, yeah, I know I did it. I was just looking if there were the meat and seed NPCs there. Okay, never mind. Well, I'm going to World 3. So I'm going to do the library in World 3 instead of 1. Just because we have the top of the library giving us an item in World 3. Oh, love song, nice. It's a nice song to have. It can put stop on some enemies, which would normally have a too high magic evade stat. For instance, Love Song works on Shoat and Bahamut.
It's also the one used in some of the Omega strats.
Yes, Love Song also works on Omega, though it works for like 2 or 3 ATB techs maximum. I guess, nope, not Assassin Daggered, but weak enough.
No Forza today.
Alright, we have it.
And I got poisoned.
I don't have an antidote. Sorry, flashing screen ahead until the next save point. I cannot cure the poison of a deer there.
Lena unfortunately has a habit of getting poisoned.
Yeah, so Lena will get mandatory poisoned 2 times in a run. First, when we do I warp shard, I'm an idiot. I wanted to use a tent. Okay, let me heal there. Will be better. Lena will be poisoned 2 times in a run when we do Magisa's spot on Northern Mountain and when we find the actual Magisa boss fight. Yeah, that's why I should let my commentators speak a little, because speaking while doing things is not a good combo generally.
Well, thankfully, it's not too long of a dungeon here in the library.
It's not too long.
So, in many cases, you're pretty well set up for, I would say, many of the bosses ahead. It's just a matter of finding them.
Do we have Slip Sword? We don't. Okay, Gyaruf is down.
Now,
So that's-
normally, if you had an access to a sleep spell or something like Sleep Sword, this would be a lot easier to play.
We don't. So if I had learned the Death by Math strats, I could have used Dark Shocked 1 time on Atomos and then level 5 Doom, because Atomos is level 41. If you divide it by 2, it's 20.5, and since this game only works with integer, it will get down to the inferior integer, so it would be 20. Lena, you learned times 6, so it's time to go Summoner for higher magic and maybe insta-kills.
All right, if I can interject for a quick moment.
Sure.
Again, all of the praise for our wonderful text and our wonderful Pika and Floha, because they have managed to fix our issues with our donation links. They have, instead of we're no longer using a backup version. We have fixed the original problem, which is why it's much more stable and better now. So I have 2 donations to announce. If that's okay with me doing both of them, I'd like to do both.
Perfectly. Please go ahead.
We have a $5 donation from Pika, Stroff. And his comment is, "If this is working, woohoo! Hello, fellow Bingothon enjoyers. Thank you so much, Pika. And yes, it's working. Thank you so much for all of your hard work and efforts in fixing what is I would say a critical problem, as very quickly, I would say." We also have another donation from InstaFizz for $10. One must imagine InstaFizz finally getting that mug. Ah, well, at least I get to support this awesome event yet again. Good luck, everyone, and I'll see you on Terraria. Thank you so much, InstaFizz. We will see you on Terraria. And back to you guys with Final Fantasy V.
It's not going too well. I specifically healed Galoob so he could hit Hazabozaka, and he got the time slip, which puts you to sleep and old.
And Discord on top of that now. For Dark Shock as it's times now.
Yeah, Sonic Wave divides your level by 2 as well. Okay, so I couldn't kill Gilgamesh 4 before his transformation. So I either kill it now, or I'm in troubles for the Necrophobe fight. It was going to take very long. It's not even such a very high, but oh, it's only 10k HP.
Now the blind is, I believe, the biggest issue in here.
Yeah, Flash
everything.
Flash actually procced. Even though Faris has an Aegis shield, but Aegis only protects against petrification.
It's about, what, 33% chance to block a magical effect?
Yes.
Unfortunately, if you can't take him down quickly enough, at least the script will run out eventually.
Yeah. Faris can... Yeah, nah. Never mind. I may be going to... more near it. That's more shops. And the infamous Brave Blade versus Chicken Dagger choice. Do we pick left or right?
I'm more of a right when it comes to it.
A Dark Matter? Might work. So we can mix a Dark Matter with a Phoenix Down for a Death Potion. When used in mix, Dark Matter will generally do the reverse effect of the other item. And on the left, what we have? Time 5. Yeah, never mind. I already mastered time 6. So we're picking up the Dark Matter. Even if we don't use it, Dark Matter can sell for a very high amount of money, so it's beneficial anyway.
So, one thing I'm a little curious about is Defeat Shote is one of your bingo slots there. On top of that, the Shote spot, at least in vanilla, is a random encounter.
So yeah, the 3 summoning random encounters are removed, and instead there is also 3 of the 4 Gargoyles encounter, you know, gating the 4 page dungeons. So what happened is we took those 3 random encounters summons and we put them in places of the gate bosses. So you have 1 gargoyle and 3 summoning bosses. You can just, you know, it counts up to 4.
Yeah, so that you don't end up with 4 gargoyles in the pool enemies to fight.
That also means you don't need any to farm any random encounters for bosses. You remove 3 bosses, you add 3 bosses. The count is correct.
Alright, Greg, will you behave this time? Right away. Greg is sassy today.
I found the holy item for the mixing purposes. Revivify is a part of... Okay.
It's like Greg knows.
So Revivifies are part of all powerful mixes. You can raise your power level with it. You can make Kiss of Blessing as well. Okay, I need to focus a little here. I need to plan out.
Just as a reminder to those viewing, the start of the pyramid, the gargoyles here, 3rd world encounter, definitely not an easy spot, especially if you're Not quite into the 1,000 or so HP range just yet. And of course, Gilgamesh 4, Gragas is affectionately called. Well, he's got a lot of blue magic. And with it comes a lot of status effects. And of course, Gilgamesh 4 being a very talkative one. Hopefully trying to avoid that. Does look like it's going a bit better.
Vivify. I dropped that should be a hast potion. Nope, that's elemental power. Wait, hast potion. No, it's Total Shell and I drop. Ah, I made a mistake. Ah, that's so bad. Okay, I will come back to the pyramid later. I shouldn't waste too much time on one single spot. Especially one that is not required.
Yeah.
I wanted to do pyramid because it has very good loot and 2 bosses there. Alright, so... I wanted to clear Ward 1. Yeah, because I'm looking at the time. We are like 15 minutes and I only got 4 bosses on the board. That's the toughest I got from any practice run.
The run will average just about the 240 range, but yeah, with about 50 locations and half of those being enemies you have to find and take down. It can feel a bit rough if you're not finding the ones, you know, at least somewhat regular. Getting the experience so that you don't have to worry about who you come across does help, of course. Odin, now that's a needed one.
Okay, Summoner, please. So you can actually petrify Odin, but you have very low chances to do so with Black Magic Break.
Oh.
Showed has a little.
Berserker doesn't care.
Yeah, Berserker doesn't care. Odin was a record boss as well. That's good. Dual wield, requires equipping it, and we have the ninja anyway. We still haven't found any good dagger in shops in order to use a ninja with spellblade afterward.
Yes, and as a reminder, the meteor that you had checked before, if it bears double checking, see if the bug cleared or not.
My plan here is, since I did the catapult, it unlocked Lonka's meteor. Unlocking a second meteor means I'll be able to check if Sid and Mid are there to at least unlock the situation. And if I'm also missing Sid and Mid there, there's an issue. Orichalcon Dagger, that's bad. Though I see Golem, which is good.
Golem is definitely one of those summons you want to find. The extra health in many fights just makes so many strats doable.
Shows we already have it.
Low level Dragoon armor, so not great.
Okay, I'll have mastered the Mystic Knight soon, but I don't know what I'm going to do afterward. I do have an Assassin Dagger, but oh, that's only one knife. It's not that powerful. I need to find a Hardened Dagger or a Chicken Knife. That's a required boss, but a very annoying one.
Yeah, it starts guaranteed on the right side, but after that, randomizes. And
Oh.
then there's the Mind Blasts.
They are all guaranteed. Like, before the script starts, they are all vulnerable, and then they start doing the whack-a-mole strat.
Ah.
Of course, you Mind Blasted the Berserker.
More good hit. It's like 2,500, 3,000
Mhm.
HP for this.
Mhm. At least Golem can help me protect against its physical attacks.
And there you go. With the main one defeated, the others will mimic that death and die themselves. BM from Gallup.
Okay, they mastered the Mystic Knight, but I really have nothing else to equip on them.
Yeah, especially when I keep the enhancer.
Maybe the Dancer? No, because...
Possibly ninja or
Ninja, I don't have any dagger.
That's true.
I only have an assassin here. Do you have any good dagger here? Nope. I only have one weapon for the ninja. I have equipped sword. Okay. Do I have?
You have a brave blood.
Yeah, I mean, do I have a dancer gear? Nope. Okay, so it's going to be very RNG, but at least it can work.
You can dance if you want to. You can leave your friends behind.
Okay, let's see if Karnak Meteor wants to work now. Why? Wait, where are Sid and Mid?
What about the meteor in front of Tycoon?
I did it already.
Oh.
Yeah, we may have an issue. I don't understand why I did Wolf's Meteor already. I did all 3 other meteors. Where are Sid and Mid? Because normally this happens if the NPCs have been spotted at another meteor and you didn't do the boss. No, the NPCs are nowhere to be found. Oh, I think I know. I remember doing the spot here and talking to Mid at the end.
Setting up a flag, I'm guessing.
Okay, I'm going back there later. But if that meteor was required, I'm screwed. Okay, that's a required one. A very annoying one because I don't think I have Mute Blade. Yeah, I don't. Berserker can be...
Berserker, this will be a combination of... Well, you do have AoE, which is good. But it's going to be offset HP wise by the Berserker.
Yeah, one is probably dead now and he will do life 2. And they have enough MP to cast it. Oh.
So the unfortunate thing with Pearl Burrows is, as you're seeing, when they take fatal damage, they cast life too. Now, while it does cost a lot of their MP, there are 6 of them. Now, if you had, say, Odin or a group of strong AoE damage, minus the Berserker, this could probably go faster, but at this point it's probably quicker to just see it through.
If I'm not mistaken, they don't have enough MP left to cast life 2.
Yeah, usually after one cast, they're down most of their MP. And some of them cast Cure 2 on top of it, so they should be low enough. Ooh, a sword dance. 7k!
Yup.
I know it gets up there, but isn't it still early?
The issue is just actually getting the sword dance. It's 25% chance currently. If I get one of the 3 dancer gears, another sword dance replaces the tempting tango, so it gets it to 50%, which is 1 chance over 2. So I either need a tiara for the head, a rainbow dress for the body, or the red shoes for the accessory. One of the 3. My preference is generally the rainbow dress. Why? Because on the head we can also get the ribbon, and for the accessory we can use the running shoes. So I very much want the rainbow dress for this one.
Rainbow dress is also pretty solid endgame gear. I don't think it's the best in the slot or anything, but it is very far up there.
I really need a lot of money, so I'm looting the chest here. Normally I would not loot this chest.
Camus, nice to see.
Sleep sword, yeah.
Sleep sword. Why so late, sleep sword? Still good to see them.
I'm also very late, so I should. No, I could even do a risky play of ignoring chest and doing the bosses because I really need to, but yeah.
Considering that this place isn't accessible later to my remembrance, it can be risky to pass up something that might be very good too.
This place is still accessible after you clear it.
Okay. No, it doesn't in the vanilla. I never actually bothered to come checking here again if I cleared it in the rando.
It's the likes of Karnak Castle. Oh, hello Minotaurs. I should have what needed for you. One character's dead with the Holy. Okay, so that's good. I believe he was required. Yeah. So I often get Minotaurs and Omniscient on my boards. Oh wait, he wasn't able to cast it. Oh, I had the MP drain dance. Good.
Yep. Jitterbug came in clutch.
Okay, I'm opening my inventory a lot. Because I'm looking for certain items. So I cleared almost everything in World 1. Going to clean Worlds as well. There's a shop in Worlds, so I'm going to check that as well.
There's only a couple of spots, I think, in World 1 that you didn't get to. The
Northern Mountain, the Meteor I cannot do. And there.
Walls Tower, it's not Walls Tower,
I did Walls
the
Tower.
Castle Tower where Shiva usually is.
Yeah, that's the one I'm going to check after that. It's at Wolf's Castle. Is the castle just on the left? Hunter. Do I get the Hunter and try to learn next fight?
There's red shoes.
Okay. Getting the red shoes and you get the running then. You get the running shoe. I prefer consistency with the consistency in the dances. Runebell could be a very good weapon. It actually boosts all elements. Oh, why did I say the kunai? Kunai would have been a good.
Ninja weapon, yeah.
I could have used the kunai on the ninja. Bad. I mean, it's not a particularly good dagger either.
At this point, you've more or less hit the stride to get yourself going, so it's just a matter of knocking them down at this point, especially with that sword dance coming in.
Yeah, sword dances are going to be more consistent with the Brave Blade. Sword dance is the easiest way to get 1-9 damage. But that's the thing, you quickly reach the cap. That's why combine
like X-Fight doing separate instances of damage, it can get more if you get up there enough.
That's why the best thing to combine with dance is dual wielding and not spell blade. I don't have all these sword. Okay. Aqua Rake. Hey, at least I'm learning Aqua Rake. Sword dance, you're dead.
Yeah.
So, not required, but I get a lot of XP and ability points from that. Gonna join the ball. Corner jar is just the item you use to capture enemies more easily with the trainer. I am not a fan of trainer strats. Much too complex to remember. I just know one of the best monsters to capture is the Shield Dragon in Kusa, because when you release it, it does Almagest. That's all I remember.
No, there are a number of them. Zoo has Breathwing.
Yes, as well.
It's either the yellow or red dragon that also has something similar. I think it's the red dragon has... No, it'd be the yellow dragon. Yellow dragon has the thunder ability.
So I'm going there in World 3 and going to unlock the door in Bal Castle, so I'll be able to do both boss locations in World 3. Because yes, the Abductor spot also works in World 3. So here I will get the chest and both bosses.
Now, in case people are wondering, Final Fantasy V Career Day operates off of the SNES version of Final Fantasy.
Yes, it also utilizes the Project Dummy set of mods. Put it simply. Okay, so first, who's on Odin's spot? If the boss is not required, I might just... Oh, Titan not required, right?
Do not see Titan on the list, no.
Yeah, I'm not going to do it. Like, I can just straight up skip it.
Sorry guys, do you have a minute for me to butt in with something very special?
Yes, sure.
Amazing. Well, I am happy to inform you, we have already informed you for the matter, but the tracker is up and running and working again, and as a proof, here is an amazing $50 donation from our good friend and part of the team, Nordic, who is telling us, let's open up Bingothon right by bribing Floha to give me the win in our three-way Taskmaster tie. Oh yeah, and of course to donate to an amazing cause that recently became a lot closer to home than I ever imagined. Here's to an amazing weekend of bingo, chaos, and good times. Thank you so much, Nordic. And in case you're wondering about the mentioned three-way tie, it has come to the attention of, if you've watched Bingothon, you might have seen that currently there was a tie between Prozac and Nordic in the end for first place. However, Boo, who was then in third place after the tie, had one less point. And after recounting the points for every episode, it came to light that our gamer Rob had actually miscalculated the points for the first episode, and as such, we do have a three-way tie between Boo, Nordic, and Prozac, which we might actually see during this marathon being resolved, so please stay tuned for that.
Thank you very much.
So what you just saw on the previous boss was a courtesy of the chemist. Dark matter and things down do death potion, and at one time I is actually vulnerable to instant death, but generally your spells might miss a lot because he has a lot of magic defense, and he has a natural shell. Okay, now I'm going to do what I call the World 2 chain. I'm going to start almost the vanilla order for World 2. Starting with the Big Blade. Do you remember which boss we get here in vanilla? That's supposed to be Gilgamesh too.
Ah, American. Another one that's not required. So, no, it is required. It is required.
Yeah, so Melgin is going to go down very quickly.
Starts out very weak to fire.
Yeah. Oh, and the sword dance as well. Oh well. Lol.
Jeez.
Oh, I mastered the Berserker already, so I could very well buy the Hunter, get the reverse strat, and when I learn next fight I can go back to Mystic Knight and get one of the most powerful combos in the game, which is Spellblade X-Fight. Okay, now, Zeus Fleet, do you remember which boss we get there?
Oh. From grade 2 to grade 3.
Yes.
Actually, the only grade we haven't seen... Oh, we haven't seen 3, we haven't seen 1.
Yeah.
We're not really looking for either.
Oh, yeah, they are instackable, so I'm very well inclined to see any of them. It's an easy kill. Right, Greg 1 is not heavy, weak to insta-death, can petrify 2 I think? No, cannot be petrified, just instant death. Gilgamesh 3 is heavy, but is still weak to instant death. So we can just use another death potion.
The one required Kapodagak.
Hello there.
Omniscient. That's not one you want to see. You do have magic, but
I don't. Yeah, I have a Berserker, so no, and
Berserker and
don't
no
have
mute,
Mute
so.
Blade. There is no mutings mix, so yeah. So long, we're not going to see you again. So if you remember, the boss hunt Blackout run I did in Bingothon Winter 2023, Omniscient was at NeoXF spot as the final boss, so it was basically spamming X-Magic Sildra until we get down to the 65,000 HP. Very funny. Hey, Yoshibo, that's an upgrade for the Berserker. We lose a little of attack power, but we get a few stat bonuses and a higher crit rate.
If I recall, the yellow dragons are considered undead.
Nope, that's the opposite.
The red.
Red dragons are weak to ice and undead, which is why I will not use the dancer against the red dragons. The particularity of the yellow dragons is that they are not heavy. You can kill it with Odin.
Odin. Don't recall Shoat works or petrifying.
Really?
I said I don't recall. I don't remember if it does or doesn't.
No.
Nope.
You cannot petrify them.
Some that are not heavy still have resistances to, say, petrification, so...
Non-heavy is just like, can you one-hit KO them with a special move? Like Slash, Odin, Deathclaw, etc. It's completely different from instant death, like Doom and Petrification.
Most of the times I've come across the yellow dragons, it's usually when I don't have something that can instant kill, so...
So the yellow dragons... The yellow dragons are actually the rare encounter. 1 chance over 16. We have a problem though, we are low life now. A thunder could wipe the characters.
Shoes coming in? Oh, running shoes, that is.
Yes. Finally.
I'm feeling the tension already, actually. Seems to be in a good spot. There you go. Thornlit. Strong, but the sap effect kinda offsets its usefulness.
The Thornlet is useful for one purpose only. If you want to get a Berserker with underflowed magic, in order to use the Earth Armor or the Rune Axe. Like Thornlet, Bonemail, and Giant Gloves, you can use them to decrease your magic points, and since the Berserker with Bards and Galoof starts with 1 magic, you can underflow and go to 166 magic.
Necrophobe counting in the past.
Why am I doing Necrophobe actually?
Not a required fight at this point.
Oh yeah, if I need to go back to Pyramid, it's better if I kill Necrophobe before going back to Break 4.
Well, definitely for the experience and the extra ability points, certainly.
I set up Golem
Yeah, some of these ones
before.
you still have yet to fight. A few of them look like they'll be kind of mean. You don't want to see Bahamut late or Leviathan late, obviously.
I want to see Bahamut, he's required.
Oh, I mean it more so in the sense that you like to find them in lower scaled spots, so they're easier to defeat.
Yes.
But with most of World 1 out of the way, the tougher spots are what you have remaining mostly. So a number of these look like they might be pretty simple ones, even if you find them late.
So once Necrophobe loses his barriers, he is weak to all elements. That's why I prepared my Fire 3 sword.
Big deal.
That's also why I prepared my Golem. Without Golem, the physical attack would have killed.
Bear is seeing him. Health kit can be useful, though I think at this point it may not have as much value.
Okay, we're going to conclude the World 2 chain by going to Exodus Castle. We are not going to do Exodus himself, since he's not required, and the fight does not give you any experience or ability point rewards. Doesn't give you anything, actually.
Greg 1 spot is in the basement, however. And then you've got Greg 4 and Carbuncle spots further up.
Yes. So
Actually,
I keep increasing your sound on your volume on Discord, and it's lower and lower. Oh, not him. Not you.
Hopefully I don't see Sandworm being required, but yeah.
Yeah, no. I'm going to waste too much time on Sandworm, so I'm going to skip it. Now I'm actually going to equip back Time Magic, for the simple reason that I can use Float and be impervious to lava damage from Exodus Castle floors. Nice hero song as well.
Double Lance, if I recall, works with Ninja.
Hmm?
Double Lance? I do believe it works with Ninja.
Yeah, it's a very
So you
good
at least
weapon.
have one weapon for them now.
It's also very good if you have a chicken knife as well, because if you equip the double lance as the first weapon, it will always remove the special effects of the second weapon, which means you will never get the runaway proc of the chicken knife. Use double lance.
Ah, this room.
Oui, j'ai entendu. Oui.
So this room can troll you sometimes, simply because you have to press the button and then time where the bridge will sit, and then if it hits one of the 4 pillars, you get a boss, or
Hey.
a battle.
Good if I did this because Bolt 3 Sword is going to be useful. So there's a thing. I explained some things about non-heavy bosses. Oh, Mute Sword is also nice. So the thing is, if a boss is non-heavy, and also weak to a particular element, using the highest spell blade of this element will instantly kill the boss. So let's take an example. Liquid Flame is weak to ice and is non-heavy. If you use Ice 3 Sword on Liquid Flame, it will be an insta-kill.
Is this even randomized? On the other hand, Carbuncle is not one of the required fights, so...
I'll just see if I can get him to work nicely and quickly.
Sword Dance will make it pretty quick if you can get it consistently enough.
Yeah, you can
Other
use
than
Carbuncle.
Yeah, during phase 2 when it swaps to healing, right?
No, he's always mutable.
Oh,
You just need to actually hit him.
it does prove a bit difficult at times.
Also, yes, once he goes into his weak phase, he gets susceptible to all elements and insta-kills.
Do a max.
Not my favorite insta-kill weapon, to be honest. It requires the Berserker. It's not worth
Berserker's
it.
inaccurate.
It's not worth it if you have a Berserker.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing about axes is they're also relatively inaccurate, if I remember.
Yes. Though, to be precise, the Doom Axe is not an axe. It's actually a sickle.
Yeah, Death Sickle's the translation.
Yeah, it's a scythe. It's the death scythe.
Greg Forspot, what have you today? Arlabos, we are looking for you.
Hey, I got Bolt 3 Sword earlier. Time to use it.
Assuming you don't blow him out of the water with that sword dance. So with this, you're about 2 full rows worth of bosses done, almost done. On the bright side, you've knocked out a fair number of spots that you have enemies that you don't need, so the amount you do need will probably be at most locations you go to hereafter. Sort of good news.
In the general logic of things, Bolt 3 spots are good because they are generally worth 2 bosses instead of 1. I'm going there.
Yeah. In terms of World 2, you only really have, I think, 1 or 2 spots you didn't get to. The Terrasaur
I skipped the
could be the
forest.
Moogle Waterway. Terrasaur spot, anyway.
Give me the turtle shells. I skipped the forest, I skipped the Moogle Waterway.
Oh Garrison.
And they're here, you Valley. The others, I already checked them, and they're not recorded.
So, like earlier, with everything open, we already have the Mirage radar, making access to Mirage free and easy. Lots of goodies usually here. Bunch of shops, handful of chests.
Oh, I have an elf cape? That's actually good, good equipment. Let me check my black magic spells. I don't have Doom, so using the black mage is not really
worth it. A few
worth
nice
it.
ones, but yeah, no Doom.
Yes.
Magic lamp, ribbons.
Buying one magic lamp. One ribbon for now. I know I can go back there later. I'm going to equip it right away. Yeah, I have no headgear for... Oh! Oh!
X-Fight. Oh, there you go.
I had no ability on you. Well, yeah.
You haven't touched bingo in a while here.
So that's the most powerful. Actually, if I wanted, I could use a mimic instead. Guild Toss I don't like to, so I'm not going to pick it up. White Mage, maybe the White Mage.
White Mage, Image Dance.
I do have a Sage Staff. Do I have Holy? I have Holy, so I could spam like Magic Holy. But I'll stay by my plan of using Summoner, Mastering Summoner, and maybe using the Mimic.
So you were saying you were saving North Mountain for World 3.
Yeah, that's now. So I'm going to chain the two bosses. The Magissa
so
spot.
the Magissa spot is still active in World 3 if you line it up this way then.
Yeah, a lot of events are actually active in World 3. Monk. No thanks. There are pretty fun strats you can do with the Monk, but it requires ability to manipulate your level, which we do with Mix, but eh. By the way, talking about Mix, let's not forget to put it back.
Having to dance around these prison flowers.
I could have used Float if I wanted as well.
Oh, that's true. I forget Float works on them.
If you have a Geomancer, you don't even need to use Float or Damage Flow.
Abductor, that's one of the ones we're looking for.
Yeah,
and just like that, they're gone.
You can insta-kill Abductor with non-heavy moves, death moves, and petrifications.
And with that, Lena is poisoned again.
Yeah. Could have used an antidote, but I did not.
So as one might expect, mostly we're in good shape to start knocking our way through what's left to find. And Bahamut today is Califasteri. Another one we're looking for. She is a bit of a rude fight.
So, wall doesn't matter because I'm not using black magic. Summons go through walls. But Drain...
Magic Sword doesn't care about it either.
Yeah, but Drain is a dangerous move, so I'm going to mute her with Mute Blade. With X-Fight, I am guaranteed the attacks will never miss, because you have a tendency to miss when using a sword. Because when using a sword, you don't cut. Sorry, you don't cut the enemy's evade. That's why it's better to use a knife. And when you have X-Fight, chicken knife is just even stronger. So I drop with Revivify. So elemental power should increase elemental damage in case I want to switch to 5-3 sword. That was actually pretty useless.
So at this point, it's a pretty much free fight. It's just a matter of knocking down that high health pool.
It can be faster if I do more damage. I'm going to raise my Berserker level 10 times. I call the Brave Blade the Miss Blade.
I mean, we all have something that feels like it fails us more times than it should.
So I'm not raising my Dancer's levels, because Sword Dance is still RNG. So raising the Berserker's levels is more consistent and more damage increase. So Northern Mountain...
Samson Powers is 20 levels, so yeah.
So Northern Mountain was double value. What do we have? Black 3, White 1, M6, 7. Do I learn White Magic or not?
Having access to Holy is not a bad idea.
Yeah, but
But you don't really have much else you're really...
it's a good idea only and only if you are using the Sage Staff. If I want to keep my Wizard Rod to boost elemental summons, well, and Mix is just way too powerful to be skipped. I'm going to do...
does trivialize certain fights, assuming you have the items handy.
Mhm.
Now then.
There are actually not many bosses weak to Holy. You have X-Death in his castle, which we are not going to do. And there's Twintania, which we already defeated.
And the triplets are not weak despite being undead? Or they are?
Being undead does not automatically mean that you are weak to Holy. It's completely unrelated. The only other bosses that are weak to Holy are actually weak to all elements. That would be Carbuncle without shield.
Leviathan.
And that would be Necrophobia after the bar is run out. Leviathan is required and is going down pretty quickly.
Yeah, he's not in his usual spot, so lower HP.
No, I mean both 3x fight is going to one turn him.
Oh, that quickly?
Oh well, there's also Berserker. Berserker is paralyzed.
Big 10, more like 12k.
Just imagine.
Yes, and Twintania's charging form is also lacking the heavy flag, so instant kills.
Twintania is weak to Holy and Water every time, not just in the weak phase. Wait, let me check. No, it's always weak to Water and Holy. However, since it is heavy in the normal phase, you cannot use Holy Blade to one-hit KO. Because yes, in the weakened phase, during Giga Flare charging, Twintania becomes not heavy, so hitting the highest sword weakness, which would be Holy Sword, you would indeed insta-kill. Oh.
Rainbow Suit, Sage side. Some goods hiding down here.
So we may switch back to running shoes on the dancer. I mean, the running shoes on the character that uses Hast is not a bad idea. What would you do in my situation?
I mean, at this point, I might have probably gone a ninja by now to.
With
get
what
the,
weapon?
Well, I would have probably done it earlier. Had the assassin dagger on, and maybe even the double lance, mostly just to get the ability points.
The only
And then
second
have the
dagger we
first
got
one
in the only second dagger we got since the beginning of the game is a kunai. Your ninja would have not done much damage. And
True.
maybe double
For
lance.
the ability points to get the dual wield, along with the, like you said, the Mystic Knight's ability, now with X-Bite.
It's
2-weapon, X-Bite, 2 enhancers now.
it's not
I would have
that
probably felt justified at that point. but
it's
that's
not that
me.
important. Like dual wield would be more beneficial to the dancer than to the spellblade, to be honest. Okay, Bahamut and Levia are good rewards for our summoner. Are we at 1 hour and 45 minutes on the timer?
Just about, yes.
Okay, yeah, just seeking confirmation. Golem is not required, but it should be easy enough.
Yeah, the 2 undead will be quick fight.
Do not use dance on the undeads. However, they are
Berserker's not going to care about who he aims at, though.
so they're all weak to fire, and the bone dragon is also petrificationable. I don't know if that's a word, but yeah, it can be petrified.
And just like that, it's gone. This should be a pretty quick fight, all things considered. And where do you think you would be going after this?
I'm hesitating between doing the page dungeons, so either Solitary Alien Shrine or the Trench, or maybe
Trench is definitely
or maybe
that
going
one
to the
because-
Void. The Void has a boss rush with many bosses, so it's always worth it to go there.
I know the Trench should be one of the last places you really want to go because of how away it ends up being. Not to mention,
The Trench is actually a good location because it has high tier shops as well. It's not that
high-tier
slow to do.
shops.
My most hated place to check, and everyone in the chat knows it already. You all know what location I hate doing. Exactly. Lily Spike, a member of the Kariday community, even has an emote dedicated to that location. I hate Fork Tower, and it has the tendency of almost always being required when I roll a seed.
I believe the motto is never fork.
Like, when we had our last tournament on the FF5 Kariday, in the FF5 Kariday community, some runners would pray that I am not rolling their seed. Like, that I'm not involved in the rostering, because I would curse the seed. And currently, well, there's a tournament in the Minish Cap randomizer community, and looks like I'm rolling even better seeds there. So they are also hoping I am not rolling for them. I guess there is consistency across the randomizers for who is cursed and who isn't cursed.
The runners may not appreciate it, but I'm sure chat does.
Yeah, one tournament I had 10 out of 11 runs that required Fork Tower. 10 out of 11. And the only run that did not require Fork Tower was seeding a sink. Not even in the main tournament. Chat always appreciate what runners don't. Yes.
Well, they definitely want their content, and they're gonna be getting it.
Wait, am I skipping this? Nope.
No, I think you're thinking of more.
Hey, freelancer! Yes, I'm going to use this already. An answer, nothing better. Okay. I want my Aegis. You get Berserk, and you get... Wait.
I already have bow, I believe, so...
Speed. Yeah. You lose 5 agility points. Yeah, get that instead. Also... You as well. Dance. So I can give you Fade instead. Genji. Flame instead. Yes, yes.
And then get your running shoes back.
Because I'm going to put the running shoes on the time magic user instead.
Ah.
So the combo is simple. Time magic user gets the initiative, casts Aztec and start. Hello Siren, you are indeed required.
A bunch of your targets are hiding out in the void.
So, for the Dancer, Freelancer is better than Mimic because it gets rid of 2 equip abilities I was using. Like, I don't need to use Equip Ribbon, I don't need to use Equip Sword. The Freelancer can already equip that. So I can equip another passive ability like Evade or Brawl, get bonus stats. Brawl gives me bonus strength stats. Evade allows me to dodge some physical attacks. That's a passive from this Samurai that I just got. And between the two I prefer getting Evade. It's much more useful.
Now, a small quality of life that people may or may not know about the rando here is Omega doesn't move around in that little space there during the rando.
Oh, there are many things they don't know about Omega. Its weaknesses are actually randomized.
Oh. I didn't know that part
But you have a
either.
hint. You have a hint about his weaknesses. If you go to Mirage Village, there is an NPC that gives you the that give you Omega weaknesses. And in Mogul Village, there's an NPC that gives you Shinryu's weaknesses, because Shinryu's affinities are also randomized.
Now, along with those affinities, would something like, say, Shinryu's vulnerability to Berserk be randomized, or would that be kept?
It's randomized.
Ooh.
But you can land something like Zombie. So Greg 1, I should have used the Death Potion with Nyx, because that would have mean I could have gotten the XP and AP rewards.
Yeah, most times you just deal a set amount of damage and he bails real quick.
Yeah, if he runs away, you don't get the reward. But I could have just used an insta-kill. Would have been faster as well. Sometimes brain is not braining. That's another Greg. Okay, this one is only weak to...
Three.
He's only weak to Doom, so I'm going to Death Potion him.
Ah.
That's all Greg's seen. The fourth one is at Pyramid, so it.
Looks like your tracker didn't catch the siren that you killed.
It
so
did.
I'll keep a mental note for you.
It did.
Oh.
Oh, you mean on the on the bingo board?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, on the tracker.
On the
That's what I
bingo
was
board.
referring to.
Yeah, I
You beat
forgot.
siren, it just didn't light up. I was wondering if it was auto tracking or if you're manually
No.
tracking.
On my boss tracker on my stream, it's showing up. I just forgot to tick the bingo board.
Ah.
Oh, that's another funny one. I have Fire 3 Sword. They are all weak to fire, and the commanders are not heavy. So
That's good to get rid of them.
basically, Fire 3 X-Fight has a chance to insta-kill everyone. Except Shiva.
Now Shiva's thing is targeting front row, back row constantly. However, in this spot she does some decent damage.
Shiva is another very easy death and math buff if you have the package to manipulate the levels. Shiva is level 11, so 1 Dark Shock and she's level 5. Level 5 too.
With that, you are over halfway done.
Was Shiva? No, Shiva was not. And we are almost reaching 2 hours.
Thankfully, most of the spots remaining should have something that you're looking for.
Yeah. So after the void, I may stop looting chests.
Second Aegis shield's always good.
Yeah, especially for the Mimic, for 2 reasons. It gives bonus magic points, and the Mimic is good for magical classes. Second, it has some status immunities, and since the Mimic cannot equip the ribbon, contrary to Lancer, it's better to give the Aegis to the Mimic. Yeah, Shot is now unable to petrify any of my characters, except the Berserker. I don't have Flare Sword, fortunately. Yeah, I'm doing pitiful damage.
Oh yeah, X-Fight's gonna trigger a bunch of Demon Eye counters. Thankfully you don't have to worry about it too much. And now you don't have to worry about it at all. Yeah, without petrification resistance, Shot is a mean customer. Drain, Demon's Eye. Usually hits pretty hard too.
Oh, I forgot to put Golem. That's the problem. So, dancer not dancing.
Well, they're dancing their own tune. Ferris will come around shortly enough. Pretty sure. There you go.
So even though I have a Wizard Rod, I'm not using Levia because Water Element is not boosted by Wizard Rod. So I'm using Bahamut instead. What I like to what we want to have is Sildra, because Sildra is Wind elemented, and it is boosted by the Wizard Rod. Or an air knife.
Or, yep, air knives are pretty easy to come across usually.
Right, showed is defeated. Good, that was required.
Quick rest, then off we go. The Twintonia spot's often one of those ones you have to wonder, did you get lucky? Oh, Wing Raptor's not bad. Nice and quick. Also needed.
I'm going to play it safe. No, I'm going to play not safe. I can just go back and kill with Raptor easily. I'm going to rush the other boss. Oh, Big Word. I may be using blue magic now. Big Word is very powerful. That's 50k HP, not 60. Thanks God it's not 60k HP.
Big Guard is definitely one of those blue magics you want to find.
Yeah, Big Word, White
Priest,
Wind.
taps, pops.
So that's Shinryu's chest, we're not going to open it, obviously. Spellblade level 6. Okay, who's on the save point?
Spots. Holocarnass is not required.
I need to kill it because I need to check the other spot afterwards, so I need the save point. Faris is immune. Hey, I can still mix.
Oh no. They did not see it coming.
I would just prefer to have Golem up, but that's not hard required.
If there is having the Mirage and the other two in the back row, the one really suffering would be Butts or Bingo in this case.
Yeah, I should have used the Medikits with Bingo. Because after some point, it's going to be spamming Holy.
Unfortunately, Brave Blade X-Fight just isn't pulling enough damage on its own.
No,
without-
he has an enhancer. The Brave Blade is on
Oh, an
Faris.
enhancer.
The Brave Blade is on Faris.
Faris had Brave Blade.
There's one thing I could do potentially, is dance with the Tempest Sword, because it cannot be infused with Spellblade, and give the Spellblade to Bards. Asshole? Oh, sorry, yeah. Shouldn't be saying that. That was a natural reaction. Do not use summons.
Scripted counter to cause Dynamo, yeah.
Now this spot is 65,000 HP.
Thankfully, with the damage you're dealing, it won't go much. It won't be much longer. Yeah, there we are. I'm gonna say one attacker, two after this.
We are past 2 hours, right?
Yeah, 2:03.
Okay.
2 hours, 3 minutes. Another elf key.
Okay, who's on net spot? If it's a record boss, I have to do this last, because since it triggers the credit, it means I have to reset, and due to the rules we have, it would also devalidate the goal, so I need to do it as my last goal, if it's required. It is required, but it's a very easy.
Ah, Ramu is trying to take over the world and send it to the void today.
Thankfully, unlocking this save point means I have a warping point to the void directly.
Let's see, you have the warp pages and their locations. You have the Sunken Walls Tower spot, the Antlion spot. And Fork Tower, although...
Fork Tower is not unlocked right now. I need to do more forest to get Kryl.
Yeah.
Because if you do, if you try to do fork without Kryl, you will actually softlock.
Oh, soft lock. Now, I forget if a panda has a heavy flag or not, but I do know fire does a lot of damage either way.
Apenda is heavy, contrary to Biblos, the other library rat.
Quick and easy. So obviously this is one of those places as people who remember going through here. There's lava everywhere. You either need a geomancer or a float to deal with it. That or you just spend all the time healing, which really eats resources. And if you trick buttons, like that one right there he just passed, removes the bridge, making you have to go around. And the other ones here all have a pit that just drops you into lava. Just like so.
Okay, Ragnarok is a good upgrade from the Enhancer.
Time 6. Love to see it.
Yeah, time 6 for all characters. Though we already...
And as Lily is pointing out there in chat,
Good magic
Requiem
spells.
is fantastic here, so bards are wonderful just to have Requiem, or at least their sing ability. Remove all those pesky undead encounters you come across.
I was expecting to see some weapons as well. Okay. Wait. I use the cabin, so I lose the float, so I have to put it back again.
That has happened to me more than once. And you can even refresh the magic lamp there in that room of water.
Yes.
The bottom of that spring on the right side helps refresh it. It's one of 2 places in the game that actually does that.
Yep.
The other one's the top of the waterfall in the west end of the map near
Yes.
history.
I mean, that's also where you find the magic lamp actually in the game.
Now instead of the piglets,
You.
we have the pterosaur. You are needed.
So the mimic does. My mimic does not have the item command, so I cannot use the Phoenix down. Otherwise, Fire 3 Sword will also insta-kill because T-Rex is not heavy and with fire. If T-Rex was heavy, the Phoenix Down would not work either, actually. Okay, required boss, good.
As you can see, we're just At this point, it's just a matter of where are they hiding out in World 3. There might be one in more forest in World 2 still.
More Forest, Heiyu Valley, and Mugo Waterway. I skipped all. I skipped the. Yeah.
Plenty of bosses here still to potentially.
You
get
are.
through.
Yeah, you are required. So
Apocalypse.
Apocalypse is
Yeah, we
weak
need
to
him.
Bio. So
I think my favorite way to deal with Apocalypse is just have a blue mage use Exploder and watch him blow himself up.
that's very satisfying to see as well.
Because Apocalypse is a blue mage and can learn your blue magics, if it's one he doesn't already know. Exploder is one of them, and he's prone to using them after he gets them.
Yeah, that's why you do not want to use a powerful blue magic spell against Apocalypse, because he will learn it. Got a Darku. What are my equipments? Dark Hood. Yeah, get the Dark Hood. The Dark Hood gives you bonus strength and agility points, so I prefer.
Another Doomax or Death Sickle as they should be known, I guess.
One thing I would love to find in a chest right now, well, aside from the chicken knife obviously, would be Odin. That would be an anti-non-heavy boss that works consistently well, and I'm still missing it. Sildra as well. Like, that's the two summons I would love to find.
Soldier's just great damage in general. Instant kills, like you said,
And
makes so much.
yeah, well, since it's
Easier.
Sildra is wind elemental, so I can boost it with the Wizard Ward or an air knife. And I can even use mix elemental power in which cumulates with it. So you can have two types of encounters with it. Mackinhead is weak to thunder. You can also get the prototype, which is weak to petrification instead.
I recall if it's prototype, it's the same as the ones you find on the island
Yep.
in World 1.
Not the same stats, but the same one.
Yeah, same actions.
It's not heavy, so Bolt 3 Sword will insta-kill it. So I said I wanted some specific summons, but I think I will just skip opening chests after Shrine. Like, maybe except Pyramid, but outside of Pyramid I'm going to skip all the other chests.
Ring's
Like-
pretty nice.
Such high rewards like Odin or Sildra, they are high tiers, so you don't get them from low tier locations. And at this point, only Shrine and Pyramid are left with good tiers. Maybe with a stretch Heiyu Valley and Moor Forest, but nah, not worth it.
Normally, at the end of this is where you find Stalker. But today, I wonder who we will
Since I can Petrify, I'm rerolling the encounter to get Pantera. Because you can Petrify Pantera. Invisible is too annoying. Because he will summon an image, so you will need to deal with two targets. Annoying.
I didn't know you could run away from certain monster in the box fights to reset them.
You can run away with all encounters, it's just very hard to actually run away. But our level is so high we can run away from any encounter now. If you want to 100% run away, you can use the Thief ability, which is... what's the name? In the
I believe
Pixel...
it's called Flee.
Yeah, because in the Pixel Remaster it's Scram. You can also use the Ninja's ability Smoke. Come on, give me Pantera.
It seems determined to give you invisible. Escape flee, scram. It's like they changed it with every iteration.
Oh yeah, it might be escape with this translation. The randomizer uses RPGE translation. Okay, screw it. It's... I'm wasting too much time resetting the encounter.
At Ragnarok doing noticeably better.
Yeah, image, so now there's another target. You can see the shadow is of a different color.
Sword dance can't miss.
X-Fight cannot miss either. So now the image is gone, so it's the invisible himself.
Could be one more good attack to take this one down. Jitterbug, probably not the right one.
Yeah, this is the end. Pantaro is so much faster because, well, with the running shoes we can just cast short right away. Hello Biblos.
Biblos, not required, but not heavy, so...
It's not heavy and weak to fire, so I can kill it with Fire 3 Sword. It's probably the fastest way to deal with him, and safest as well. It's not vulnerable to instant death, so Assassin Dagger and Doom will not work. It's also not susceptible to petrification. Yeah, I'm only killing it because I can one-hit KO him. Otherwise, I would have skipped the boss. Oh, you cannot skip the dialogue. Of course.
I think it can happen under specific circumstances, but it may be like... I forget where I saw it.
Hold
but I think
on. Oh, Odin. Okay, I'm not opening any more chests.
There's Odin.
My auto tracker says I did Karnak Meteor, which is the one I could not do. Does the game consider I did it somehow by activating a flag? Is this why it doesn't work? I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, so with the amount of bosses left to do, I am kinda guessing Fog Tower is required, so I'm going to unlock Fog Tower by doing more forest. So we are going to say goodbye to Galuf soon.
See, you need 7 bosses, of which we know Ramuh's at the end of the void. So 6 remain.
Yeah, 6 remaining required bosses. Pyramid has 2 bosses, but we know one of them is not required, so that's only 1 spot. Sunken Walls and Full Pass, that's 3 spots left in World 3.
Odds are very good that at least one of them is on fork, whether you like it or not, sadly.
No, I didn't count Fog Tower yet. Like, I'm trying to count without Fog Tower. 3 in World 3. 3 in World 2, counting more forest. That's 6. 1 in World 1 that I have to skip. That's 7. And 6 bosses to find. Okay, Atlas Chimera Brain is a very easy kill. And it's required. Odin has more chances to proc than Shot, by the way, when the boss is vulnerable to both, so...
There's Whitewind.
Goodbye, Galuf.
Bye-bye, Galuf. Salute in chat. More Ragnarok Forest. The Moogle waterway isn't really that long, so much as it is kind of, I don't know. Having to ride the water can take some time, especially if random encounters are on, but in this case, it's just, there's not a lot here. Small number of chests and a boss at the end.
Only 2 chests, but I'm going to skip them. I don't need any more things, like only a chicken knife and Sildra could help me, and actually not that much. The insta-kills are much more valuable and I got them. I have Brave Blade and Ragnarok, so that's enough.
Liquid Flame, actually not one of our needed bosses, but quick and easy.
Yeah, it's faster to kill it with Odin than resetting, so I'm killing it. Like, really, it's faster to not skip it. The only spot left in World 2 is Heiyu Valley. I mean, technically there's the Greg 1 spot, but we know which boss it is, and it's not required. Same with Zeza's Fleet. That was Omniscient. We don't need Omniscient.
Yeah, unfortunately it's looking more and more like chat's gonna get a Fork Tower whether we're up for it.
I mean, that's why I unlocked Fork Tower.
Dread it to run from it, but it will arrive all the same.
If it comes to that, there's one thing I may ask you to check in the spoiler log. Which boss is at Karnak Meteor? Because Karnak Meteor is bugged. And I don't think I can solve this bug live, because it's not just Sid and Meat are not available. The game thinks I have done the boss encounter there. So if it's a required boss, I don't know what I should do. Gargoyle, well, nice.
That's a required one.
You can petrify them. So you need to take them both at the same time. Okay, yeah, you can do that.
$2024 taking one more.
Hey, X Zone! We are not going to use X Zone, because X Zone is also for non-heavy bosses. It's only single target, contrary to Odin. So, and it has lower chance to proc, so we are not going to. Okay, so World 2 is cleared. World 1 is unquote cleared because of Karnak Meteor. That leaves only World 3.
A 7-minute timer you get for this is normally a little more tense because of the, the fights on the way down, and then the roughly 2 minutes you have to spend on our usual friend, Gogo. Unless you're, not looking for him. So in this case, it's just a matter of... Is it one of the easy ones?
Soul Cannon.
Soul Cannon, we do need him.
Well, weak to Bolt, so... the launchers are actually multiple of level 5, so you can use level 5 Doom to instantly kill the 2 launchers. I believe it's weak to Earth as well. No, it's not. Never mind.
I know they resist wind.
Yeah.
As in, I believe they are...
They are immune. They are immune to... I'm going to raise my Spellblade level because he got ordered, so his stats are decreasing. So to compensate, I'm going to raise the level. Yeah, you can see I raised the level and the damage is not rising that much. It's actually still decreasing.
There we go. Let's see. 3 remain, the Antlion spot and Fork. There's Marigine spot, I think, right? Or do we check that one?
Yes, Pyramid. I think I would do Pyramid last.
Alrighty then.
Since we know the gating boss is not required, so there's only one chance, and it's the boss deep inside. So the reason I'm saving here instead of in front of the boss, if it's not a required boss, I want to save warp here, near the airship, so I can check Fork Tower right away, instead of having to use the warp shot again. I'm pretty confident I can't die against any boss now.
Unfortunately, the Antlion spot's a decent length walk, even with Boko. And having to walk that back is just not fun. Let's see which one it is today. Oh, well, it's the triplets and they're not needed, but they're quick and easy too.
Yeah, once again, just faster to kill them than resetting. Oh, Holy Sword, hey, nice. Actually not nice. There's no more boss weak to Holy. I would have preferred Flare Sword. There is one thing for which it can be useful, but it's for portal boss, and I don't think we'll be seeing the portal bosses.
Well, Chad, it's that time. Going into Fork. We're still looking for an Antlion, Bahamut, and Ifrit. Which ones do you think we're finding here?
At least one of them is here, mathematically. Like,
I
3...
feel like we're going to be seeing Ifrit, personally.
There are 3 bosses left in World 3, plus 1 with the Karnak Meteor, so at least 1 is here, maybe 2 of them. I certainly hope it's not Bahamut. If I can Petrify, or if it's on the other side I can use Ice 3 Sword. Antlion can be annoying, but I have a Leviathan on one side, and Slip Sword on the other side. Bahamut is going to be the annoying one. Also, remember, even if there's only one record boss here, I need to do both of them, because you cannot escape the Fork Tower unless you do both bosses. So the goal is only valid if I get out of the Fork Tower. I cannot reset, because on the save file the boss will have not been done, so the goal would not be valid. So I need to do both bosses anyway, which is why it's a very dangerous location.
Split party, 2 required bosses. One of them prevents all magic use. Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely rude.
I mean in vanilla, not.
Well, I called Ifrit. That's good. Quick and easy.
Yeah, you can Petrify Ifrit. Alternatively, it's level 22, so 2 Dark Shocks and he's level 5. And obviously, you can also damage him with Ice or Water Element. Hey, Sildra! I'm finding all my summons on the way. I could have opened the 4 chests in here, they are very high tiers. And Lion, okay. Slip Sword. And I hope I get my turn before he kill spots. Of course you do that. That's okay, because even if my level is divided by 2, it's okay, because sleep kicks in regardless. But if Cry wakes him up right away, it's bad. Though the ATB should be reset enough, so okay, I'm virtually unkillable now.
Going pretty smoothly, at least.
And I actually kill Ant Lion because he is too busy sleeping to do his escape counter. Oh, X Magic.
X magic with summon, that's really nice to see.
Yeah, though I have too much utility with no.
Yeah, mix.
So
Odin spot was not a choice. So it's down to Pyramid and then Marigine spot. If it's not there, then
if it's,
Bahamut would have been Karnak Meteor.
yeah, if it's not there, that means Karnak Meteor. So can you remind me what time is it on the timer right now?
You are at 2:29:47.
Okay, so 10 more minutes.
10 minutes should be plenty enough to at least figure it out. And reaching Ramu is not going to take very long since you have the Necrophobe save spot.
Well, Ramu is not heavy, so as soon as I get there, it's Odin. Alternatively, I could just equip Blue Magic, and that means Dark Shock into level 5 Doom, and it's done.
Sildra!
And now you're going to see one of the saddest pyramid ever. I'm going to skip all chests in the pyramid, even though it's normally one of the best locations to loot.
Treasure trove, and you're not here for the treasure. Cave of Wonders, go.
Oh.
I do believe the randomizer removes the little snakes that pop out of those
Yes.
hidden compartments.
I know, Lily, I know. Let me save though.
Clearing out Flash is definitely a nice thing, especially with the Berserker. And the pyramid itself doesn't have a boss in the back of it, but comparatively, you do get one shortly after in the little woods to the east.
Yeah, in terms of story-wise, that's well made in the vanilla game, but for the randomizer, which is kinda open world, there's no point in keeping the fight in the forest, so we just...
Bahamut was here.
Yeah, okay, so the Karnak Meteor is only required. That's good news. We are in go mode. The problem is, that's a very tough boss. You can actually mute Bahamut, so it should at least prevent some very annoying spells, and I think he cannot do Mega Flare.
Figure
However,
out which boss was at Karnak Meteor that we didn't see.
he can still do Poison Breath and Zombie Breath. Both of those moves are deadly.
Yeah, Bahamut in this one, unlike the iteration you see in, I think it was, I forget which one it is, but instead of just counting down and doing a big attack, Bahamut does a whole bunch in this. Really rough fight.
Also, in no FF game, Bahamut is a dragon. Bahamut is never a dragon. It's kinda like Charizard.
Dragon in shape.
I mean, he's the king
Powerful.
of dragons, but he's not a dragon.
Yeah, it is odd.
Let me
Drops Dragon
see.
Fang at least.
Let me see my boss list. Which one am I actually missing?
Greg 1, we
We
saw and dealt with. Greg
saw
3,
Greg 1.
you saw and dealt with. Took
My
down.
tracker is telling me we have all bosses.
So the Karnak spot turned out a dud.
Okay, did I actually do it? And I thought it was bugged, but I actually did it.
After 2.5 hours and keeping track of things in the recent future or recent past and the present, I will have to check the bot.
So I'm just okay. Turns out I'm just dumb.
And this will be on the victory screen.
Yep, with the victory text box. Be careful. Okay, you have the dialogue before that. Get ready in the tech. Time is coming up. And time.
GG's, man. Got it under the estimate too.
Yeah, and last locationing, I think.
Yeah, just about 100%. But yeah, with a little bit of worry there about Karnak possibly hiding one of the required bosses. Yeah, you still got it under time. Fantastic job.
Yeah, great job, everybody. Under time. Love to see it. Well, that was an excellent run. Lots of fun. I love watching every other Final Fantasy games, especially with the bingo, because I get to see all the words that I know from all the other Final Fantasy games, see in different contexts.
May I see something before we part out? There's
Of course.
some. Yeah, I don't think I will actually be fighting the boss, but I'm curious which portal boss it is. Oh, that's Dragon Clan. Yeah, definitely not doing it. So...
Did you want to show the little bug you recently found while we have a couple moments?
No, we can't. It requires doing Excess in Castle, actually, so...
Ah, so it would be... Okay, never mind.
Yeah, I carefully avoided it this time. But yeah, so Karaday has a specially made super boss for the challenge, called the Portal Boss. It's random between 4 of them: Somber Mage, Ren Senshi, the Dragon Clan, and Tetsudono the Iron Giant. So yeah, if you feel like Neo XDeath or the rest of the seed was too easy, you can try to tackle on the Portal Boss, who are much harder for the fun. Technically,
Would you rate them as, say, Omega or Shinryu difficult?
You have cheesing strats for Shinryu and Omega. You don't have cheesing strats for the Portal Bosses. Aside from, I use Big Ward, Hastega, Golem, and Hero's Song or Mix to raise my levels and be invincible. Otherwise, you are cooked. So yeah, I'm just going to let the dragons kill me while you do the outro and introduce the next runners, because there are many interesting runs coming up. That was just the opening of the marathon, so stay tuned and stay here to cheer on the next runners.
Thank you so much. Usually we do a little post-run interview and give you guys opportunities to plug whatever you'd like to plug. I know that both of you are very involved in this community.
Yeah. Well, I was also involved during the TMA, the Marathon Alliance, which Bingothon and Metro Speedrun were part of. Am I allowed to talk about other organizations or not?
I am not sure. I think usually most people plug just their own personal channels where they do more runs like this and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I could ask Pika and Flo.
Yeah, because yeah.
No worries, no worries.
Then I'll just talk about the card day community, who's very welcoming to newcomers. Don't hesitate to come there. We can give you advice, we can give you tips to learn the randomizer and have fun with it. There are often some fun tournaments as well, which are open to everyone in every level. So don't hesitate to tune in.
All right, thanks so much.
Hi. It took them some time.
As far as plugging goes, I don't have a channel. I don't do streams of what I have. Rom does. Rom has a channel here on Twitch.
Yeah, though right now it's not much variety on my channel because we are current on another randomizer community, Zelda Minish Cap Randomizer. We have an ongoing tournament going on, so that's what's being mainly streamed there. So if you like Minish Cap Randomizer, well, if you like Zelda randomizers in general, tune in. Yeah. If you don't like it, then there are much better channels to tune in.
Oh, come on, you did fine here, Matt.
Yes, GG's.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for this run. Thank you to Rom-Steïn and Felfarin for a wonderful showcase of Final Fantasy V Career Day at Bingothon Winter 2024. Also, this is the end of the host shift for both me and Zet. And
That is correct.
Yes, and we're going to be handing it off to the lovely, I believe it's Rexy and Paulister? Yes. You will be in their capable hands for the next few hours, and stick around. Stay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you for having
Anything
us.
Anything else you wanted to say, Zet?
No, I just wanted to thank our runner and commentator for this wonderful starting run of this Bingothon Winter 2024. Thank you everybody who donated so far. We are approaching the first $100. Please don't forget to allocate your donation towards an incentive or a bid war. And make sure that this Bingothon is going to be fantastic and that we will reach the $4,000 so that Rob will need to wear the Bluey costume.
Bluey.
And with that, I think we are ready for the intermission. Thank you so much, everybody, for participating.
Thanks so
Thank you.
much.
Fred Hutch Cancer Center and University of Washington bring together the largest group of prostate cancer researchers in the world, all united to try to diagnose this disease earlier and cure it.
One of the things that's becoming abundantly clear is that prostate cancer is not just one disease. If you dissect a tumor, one cell sitting next to a second cell might be very different in terms of the proteins on the cell surface, the molecular changes, the DNA of the cancer that makes it tick. And so trying to sort of fold all of that information into new treatment strategies is the challenge that we're faced with today.
So we in the prostate program have a three-pronged approach. One is to improve the diagnosis with earlier tests, to tailor treatments with precise methods with genomics, and then also to improve risk assessment and maybe even prevent prostate cancer.
And it's been extraordinarily exciting to see the changes that have happened over the years that I've been doing this. The field has advanced quite a bit.
Yeah, good. Our team of researchers at the Fred Hutch Cancer Center are taking a team science approach. All these disciplines coming together to really speed up the pace of discovery, speed up the pace of new research, and hopefully speed up the pace of better care of our cancer patients. So we're improving diagnostics on a few different levels. One is blood tests and non-invasive tests, but we're also looking at diagnostics such as imaging.
Developing therapies that are low side effect profile but have the potential to suppress all the key resistance mechanisms, all the biology that drives that cancer cell is something that we're very optimistic about, and that's stuff we're working on every day.
So if we can understand or identify the risk of prostate cancer, then we can screen more attentively, we can get them on clinical trial, we can engage them, we can give them a reason to get tested.
Donor support is more important than ever right now because it does allow us to have greater research endeavors than we would have previously.
These are the types of funds that we use to really move forward high risk, high reward studies that are going to help us to understand where the field's going.
We hope 5 years from now we'll be able to diagnose patients earlier, and then not only that, when we treat them something precise just to them to cure their cancer. And with your help, we'll conquer this.
We had an interesting question from Proazek there on if a monorail is a train.
It's out of the park. I guess. Yeah, that is. I mean, she hit the ball.
We didn't say it was a valid hit, alright?
Google says that they are different.
I mean, if we literally follow what the doc says, I guess a monorail is not a train. Friendly fire on an ally NPC and sell clothes from Typhon.
Yeah, he was beating up Santa Claus and then he got naked, as you do. I mean, it's just a standard Thursday night for Typhon.
Is a tram a train? Probably.
Let me deal with one thing at a time. Can't believe I'm literally just having to Google what is a train.
3,000 years later. Oh my god, is Prozac still loading?
It does seem to be that, yeah.
Oh my god, they put a boat in their hand and
oh my god, that's
you
amazing!
The goal sheet says you must hit someone with a vehicle and they must be defeated.
I think these requirements are given in this case.
Alright. A series of railroad cars moved as a unit by a locomotive or by integral motor. Wow, that was so unhelpful.
I've got a bingo board in space. Give me the win.
Oh boy.
Well, we got yeeted out the car!
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your reminder to always wear your seatbelt on a moving vehicle.
Especially while you're trying to destroy your car.
God damn it! Alright, I'm leaving. I can't be in this match anymore because I just realized that Ride a Train's on board.
Hello, everybody. I hope you're all having a fantastic time here at Bingothon Winter 2024. My name is Paulister. Joining me, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Rexy. I am here for my first of several volunteer shifts here as Bingothon Winter 2024. Did you miss me from the summer event, or did I miss myself from the summer event? Either option should be a valid yes. But either way, we're here once again raising some amazing money for Fred Hutch.
Yes.
The Cancer Research Center right there.
Amazing. It's going to be a great time. And, well, we have some lovely news to tell you, folks. Let's get started with the most cheerful news. We have a $250 donation from Golden Devil. Go ahead, Rexy.
Sorry, I was just doing the air horns.
Pew, 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 pew. Indeed, Big Dono, and the comment reads, I'm sorry I can't be there to help or watch this year, but I'm so glad to be able to donate for a cause that's very close to me with Fred Hutch. Good luck, my friends, and remember, journey before destination. Yes, and with that, we are at $327, a third of the way to the big 1K, and I have some great news. The first incentive of the event, the Super Mario 64 Rando, randomized colors and audio incentive, has been met. So, we hit those $40. Rexy, cue the air horns again.
Pew pew. Here you go.
Perfect. Amazing. So, let's keep those donations going. We do have more incentives on the horizon. Rexy, if you want to talk about those.
I will indeed. So later on in this first day, Boo is going to do an archipelago randomizer meta bingo with 4 different games, including The Witness, which will end up also being seen later on in the run. But can we also make that 5 with the addition of Balatro, the deck builder roguelike poker game thing of the year? So beloved by indie gamers alike. I would personally love to see it. I've been really diving deep into this game. This has a target of $200 to get met. We're about a quarter of the way there so far, 50 out of the 200. And we have 6 hours until that run goes live. So, should that get met before Boo begins, that will be 5 games instead of 4. I want to see those jokers. I want to see you also see those jokers. Come on, let's get the donations in.
All right, yes, indeed. Let's keep those donations going, because that means more content, more Bingothon. What's not to love? All right, folks, I do believe we are getting the live signal from tech, so we're going to start, getting fully set up for the run, and when we come back, it's going to be the Fred Hutch special with, ooh, what's that game up there? Well, tune in and find out. So, stay with us. Don't go anywhere.